as the year ends for school, finals begin. This is that point in the semester where people are starting to dedicate their lives, starting to drink a bunch of Monster Energy drinks, Celsius drinks, Vipers. Starbucks is going to be at an all-time high. Starbucks rates is going up. It's coffee in their system, caffeine. You can't blame them, because this is the point in the school year where if you got that C, if you got that D, pause, that D grade, or you got that C grade, or even if you have a B, and you're trying to maintain A's and B's to keep that Hope Scholarship, finals can make or break that year. And honestly, that shit is ass. I'm gonna be honest, that is really like, it's almost like a handicap mission. Like, because let's be real, majority of people that go to school are not great test takers. I'm not a great test taker, so I'm speaking from experience. So a lot of the times, I'm really dependent on the work that I put in that class, and if I have an A and B, it could determine, if I could get a 60 on the final exam or a 70. But if, I've had a situation where I had a C or a D, and it was like, if I didn't get an 80 or a 90 on an exam, I was cooked. I was doomed. I was going to be living in despair and agony, going back home to my parents and having to break the news that I didn't do good on an exam and I didn't do good in the class, and now they on my, you know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure you can relate to this too, especially if you're in college.
This is the McManus.
High school.
As you see, it's fully collapsible and comes in a stately black attaché. The 18-inch cryogenically treated stainless steel bull barrel gives this rifle a guaranteed accuracy of .2 minute of angle at 600 yards with match-grade ammunition. With its hand-reamed chamber and match-grade trigger, the McManus is designed for the marksman who wants to reach out and touch someone at a moment's notice.
I'll take it.
Learning and
Lovely. Would you like a gift wrapped?
No, that's okay.
Great. Let me run this.
More participated in the
Tight
class.
job on that lab, dog.
Because
we found a memo saying that Hector's meeting with the Colombians tonight. With the amount of firepower that's going to be there, just showing up and rushing them would be suicide.
Everybody can't just
take McManus here and get to the docks. Find a nice tall building and wait. When Hector makes his move with the Colombians, take your shot.
You're just not good.
When it all goes down, the first place the Cornels is going to look is right at the Colombians. They're going to think they got fucked bad, all right? So you should have no problem sneaking out in the confusion.
Just the same, I'd get the fuck out of there. Who knows what could happen?
Law requires you to take math, but I know nursing, doctors, and engineers, computer science, all that stuff. You have to have some skill in math. You have to know pre-cal, you have to know calculus, you have to know trigonometry. And those subjects are just subjects where you stay up all night. I'm talking about drinking straight monsters, all flavors, spending countless nights sitting up. Because you have to, because if you don't, it's over. It's literally over. So I just want to come on and say it, because it's like, I just hate final exams. I just wish final exams was just abolished, like just put into the dirt, put into the mud. But there's a deeper meaning behind these final exams, if we're trying to be real. And I'm not gonna get into all of that stuff because, I don't want to be no conspiracy theorist channel where I get my shit flagged and shadow banned, and now all of a sudden I might as well just delete the YouTube channel because my stuff not gonna get pushed out to the algorithm. But I'm gonna just say, we all know there's a deeper meaning behind it. It's just unfortunate because a lot of the times, these teachers, they don't really be caring about us. They don't really care if we got sick. They don't care if we got family matters going on. They don't care if it's just personal matters in general. Because a lot of campuses promote mental health. They promote care. They promote mental clarity, physical clarity. But that's just a small bunch that actually care out of the variety. And it's almost like teachers are damn near, they got the power. They literally have the power. Because if you fail a class, or if a teacher don't like you just for some odd reason, like, I ain't gonna put the racial stigma out there because I don't think that's fair to any teacher that is opposite of the, ethnicity or race. But that could be a case where you probably go to a PWI, and you're African American, and the teacher probably don't like the way you look, probably because of, who you are, and you don't get that same treatment like others do. And it's just unfortunate. You can't really do nothing about it because it's their word over your word. And if they've been working there for years and, the teacher helping them get more money and stuff like that, if they, kissing ass and all that, they ain't finna believe your word because they just gonna put that little, you just making excuses, or I don't believe you. Oh man, we all hit that. I haven't been feeling good. Excuse me, I'm a little tired, but teachers gonna fall towards that stigma, and it's like, it's unfair. It's not fair for anybody to have to, go through something like that just because they think they lying or deceiving them or something. But final exams are just like, it's just like the devil, man. And I don't even like comparing shit to the devil, but it's like, that's damn near what it is. Because you have to remember stuff all the way from the beginning of the semester, whether that's in fall or spring. You have to remember curriculums from the beginning of the semester. God forbid it's a math class that's really going to have you up all night studying for shit. And then 2 hours. And then you got the class 2 hours later and you got no sleep. Your brain is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Your liver is probably fighting demons. Your heart is just pounding through the wall. And it's just unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. And a lot of people are going to have to, a lot of kids who go to college are going to have to deal with that. There's no escaping it. You can't stop it. If you try to stop it, you probably won't get kicked off campus for trying to start a riot or, something to try to debunk the final exams. You can't really debunk. You can't do that about it. Let's be real. Like, you can't. Who you gonna stop? Like, who are you to stop some shit like that? Like, let's even think back to the old days where Martin Luther King marched to Birmingham, and they marched in the streets and peaceful protests, and they still getting their ass whooped and shit like that. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change what's already implemented. And the way it's looking, the president we have now, ain't nothing finna change that's more important than what he thinks, Because Trump is all about making money. Trump is that type of person where if there is a slick, slimy, or green way to make some money for himself and his family and for the United States of America that he care about so much, then he gonna do what he need to do. Same with Mr. Biden. They all are people. It's all about perception. It's all about who they could deceive or who they could manipulate and stuff like that. I know I just got into politics and I said I wouldn't, but that's the main focal point of why this shit still exists. So, but if you're taking that final exam, you're about to take one, man, all I can tell you is just stay confident in your studies. Make sure you going hard at it. Make sure you highlighting, make sure you underlining, bolding, so this information could stick out more, and just keep your head locked into the game, man, because I know there's people out here right now who got a C in the class, who got a D in the class, or who got a D in the class, and they don't want to fail because
that was a hell of a tip.
No kidding. For the amount of shit we confiscated, we could have put Lopez away for the rest of his life.
Like, hey, it don't matter. He got taken care of anyway.
What do you mean?
Monroe's just happy Lopez is dead. As far as he's concerned, this case is closed. Hell, if he found the guy who did this, he'd probably send him a fruit basket.
You lost a scholarship, and now your parents got to go out of pocket, take out loans and all that stuff, and putting themselves more in debt, or even you take out a loan and put yourself in more debt. It's just unfair. It's unfortunate. The life is unfair.
Hey, Victor.
If you just walk in,
mira, I'm in the middle of something. What?
Doing what you need to get done.
Victor,
right.
Listen to me very carefully. I don't give a fuck about the drugs. I don't give a fuck about Ojuela.
What about Manuel?
It's gonna be
Mira,
okay.
mujer, cállate el hocico. Who did this to my brother?
What about Hector?
Luz, por favor.
Life is gonna hit you with
Okay, you're right. You deal with the Saints. I'll handle the Colombians. If Manuel is behind this, yo le voy a señalar a él porque la familia López somos los más fuertes.
That's what life gonna hit you with. So just be mindful and remember that you ain't a failure if you do end up not passing the class or not, getting what you want out of it. But it's been your boy Said, man. Hopefully y'all taking care of y'all selves. Shit. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.